How's it going, everyone? I'm Dustin with Hard Cruise Racing, and we haven't been posting a lot of videos lately, so I want to tell you guys why. Well, we're in the reason why. This right here is the reason why. So Hard Cruise Racing, many years ago when I started doing racing stuff, I had a passion for stage rally, and stage rally was my end goal. If anybody knows anything about stage rally, it's pricey. Okay, it is. This cage, for instance, has to be up to FIA standards. Everything in this car has to be essentially up to highest end of standards to stage rally in the U.S., at least to the level that I wanted to go to. And that was the goal. In the meantime, we've done a lot of cool builds. We were racing dirt circle trucks. We've built vintage racing motorcycles. We've done things like that on the channel. This is an educational channel, so we try to go really in-depth on a lot of stuff because we want you guys to be able to not only enjoy it, but we want you guys to be able to build it at home. We want to keep racing fun and affordable. That's always been our focus. While that's been our focus, and we've had a wonderful time over the last 6 years or whatever it's been, our goal has still always been stage rally. It is. I would like to say I'm a very proficient driver, and this right here is how I want to challenge myself more than anything. So, in the last couple weeks, we had an opportunity to pick this car up at about the third the price that this car really should be. A typical stage rally car like this is a 2014 Ford Focus ST that's already been caged. A lot of it's already been done. A car like this, if it was already certified and logbook, would be a $30,000 to $40,000 car. We picked this up for under 10 grand because it's not yet been inspected and logbooked. That being said, most racers, most drivers, most people who want to jump in this car and go racing it are not going to buy this car because logbooking is a very intensive and a very in-depth process. Well, here are the manuals. The different manuals that you have to go through to get this car up to spec for American Rally Association to be FIA approved. This is one series, guys, but the thing is that if I get it approved for FIA certifications, if I get it approved for ARA, I can essentially race this car in any series I want. So we're aiming for the top level of certification, so we can race at that top level. We can also go to any NASA event. We can go to any SCCA event. We can really go anywhere we want with it. If I want to take this car to Pikes Peak at that point, I could do that because I'll have FIA certifications. So that's where we're at right now. We picked this car up at a steal. The guy was really willing to work with me. To be frank, I sent all my money off to some random guy multiple states over, and I expected to get a pile of parts show up at my door, but it really exceeded every expectation that I have had or that I expected to receive. There are still plenty of things that we have to do in this car before it can get to that certification level. There's things like fire suppression systems we have to get put in. There's things like master button or master power kill switches, so on and so forth. But again, it goes back to the fact that with my history, with my experience, and with my college degrees in high performance and racing technology and building cars like this, I understand what needs to be done, and I can do it at a reasonable price, because that's the big thing here. We want to keep racing fun and affordable. So that means using a $1,000 seat rather than going out and buying the top level $12,000 seat, and understanding the pros and cons to each seat, so that way I get a $1,000 seat that meets the needs that I have, being a full containment, can't move, I'm stuck in the seat, fitted correctly and all of that, but also not completely breaking the bank because I don't have $12,000 to spend on a seat. That's the reality of it. So we haven't been making a ton of posts on here because we've been selling and reducing a lot. To be frank, if you guys enjoyed the dirt track stuff we did and the dirt track truck that we had and that Ford 2.3 build, we've sold that. A buddy of ours picked it up. He's going to continue racing it in that series. We're still trying to sell. We had a full replacement body for that truck that we've just pulled out of the barn yesterday that we're trying to get rid of. I'm filling up trash cans of parts for things like that I had kept around that it was, it's like one of those, like, if I needed it, if I needed that bracket for under the hood in the truck, I would have had it. Originally, we had planned, and if you look through our videos, we had started a dirt rally truck. Not Dirt Rally, that's a game, but American Rally Association truck build, where we were going to take a Ford Ranger similar to our dirt circle track truck and convert it over to our stage rally build. And we were essentially at the point where we had to get a cage welded in. For us to send this off to have a cage welded in was like $8,000, and so the truck build kind of stopped until we decided if that's for sure what we wanted to do. Well, now I'm happy we didn't, because we picked this up, and this is far superior to what we were going to be building. So yeah, we are selling stuff. We are throwing stuff out. I have 2 trash cans at the road right now, peaked to the top full, and I'm going to go fill some more literally right now. Essentially, the channel is going to be, not the channel, my stuff is going to be reduced down to this stage rally car, our Pikes Peak Miata. We still have that. We just haven't really done much with it because of the other stuff we've been doing. Some race bikes, and then our general, we'll still do like how to replace the whatever, how this system works, how that system works, so on and so forth. It'll still stay an educational channel, but there will be more of a focus on stage rally, which is where my passion's at. So, right now what we're in, okay, this is a 2014 Ford Focus ST. I would say ST, but the difference between the ST and the RS was literally upgraded suspension and things like that, and this has all of that done. So we've essentially have an RS. To a point. I'm considering taking the ST badges off and just putting like rally car, like a little badge that looks like it should belong rally car, because as you can see, this is no longer an ST. It's no longer a street car. It's not. Again, there are things like this containment seat's wonderful and it's up to spec and it's everything we want. Same thing with the harnesses that are on this side, which are behind me. But like this seat, we got to decide if we want that seat for our navigator or if we want to swap that out. Harnesses on that side need to change. Things like that are fine. There's a lot to this car that needs to happen for stage rally that is done, and still things that need to happen. For instance, all this door needs to be covered with plastic, even though that had to be removed to fit the cage. That cage fits right up inside of there. That at least needs to be covered in plastic per the regulations. If I turn the camera around, we'll just turn it this way. We have a removable steering wheel, we have gauge clusters, we have all that. Obviously didn't need the radio, so this will all get filled in with a panel. That'll be all of our extra button switches, fire suppression, release, things like that can all be up here. And then obviously the navigator over there has a whole bunch of things like the rally safe system and stuff that she needs to operate. So that can all get mounted up there. This is relatively solid, this dash, so we should be able to mount a lot to this. But because we didn't build the car, we do need to make sure that that is eventually removable. We do need to remove it to put like the wiper switch back in, because it doesn't fit right here with all this in place. So we probably have to drop the steering column and stuff. It's just little things like that. It's a lot of little things, I'm not going to lie to you. For that certification, we have to have glass breakers in here. We have to have fire suppression. We have to have tow points put onto the vehicle that can exceed the weight of the vehicle 2 times over or more. We have to have quite a few small things. But again, these aren't things that we're worried about, because we have a turboed front wheel drive car that fires right up. We took it for a drive the other day. Fun fact, all stage rally cars, all of them, whether it's a full tube framed specific stage rally car that absolutely has nothing to do with production, nothing, but any stage rally car has to be street legal. I seen this video lately, and it was like some guy talking about like, if it's street legal, then it's not race car, blah 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 blah. Every single stage rally car in the world requires it to be street legal, because you drive on public streets between stages. And if you're gonna tell me that this isn't a race car, that literally, I don't know what to tell you. I could literally take any race vehicle and put headlights and taillights and stuff on it, and it becomes a street legal car in most states. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that's why there's a lot of rally teams that are not based out of like California and stuff that have higher regulations, because in Ohio and in the Midwest and a lot of the East Coast teams, stuff like that, we can have things like performance exhausts and things like that on our cars. We have a lot of customization options. So our street legalness, are what we require to be street legal, way less. It's way less than what you're going to have at other places. As a matter of fact, this car, the title should be here today. I have to go take it to the DMV. I'm literally going to drive this car to the DMV for out-of-state inspection. This vehicle will be certified to take on the road. Do I need to take it on the road every day? Absolutely not. Am I going to take it down the road to go get ice cream and car shows and everything else? Absolutely. I am absolutely going to take this thing down to get ice cream. And you know what's going to happen is some little kid's going to be like, can I get in there? And I'm going to be like, absolutely. It is a race car. This thing is going to get beat to snot. I mean, I'm literally going to be like going down the road and things are going to get kicked and banged on. If some little kid jumping in here is going to cause damage, I have the wrong build. So, just going to say. So, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the channel. Well, I'm going to show you this car. I'm going to jump out of here in a second, and I'm going to show you guys just some of the car. This was a dream car for me to pick up. Stage rally is like my life dream in racing, is stage rally, and you know, not just stage rally, but stage rally and hill climb. So Pikes Peak, Mount Washington, but then also like Southern Ohio Forest Rally and Michigan Snowdrift and things like that. To me, this is the prestige of racing. This is the top tier. I have played around and done everything from running supercars on a racetrack to drifting. I've done that kind of stuff, and while it's fun, I don't get the butthole pucker effect. So I'm hoping this gives me the butthole pucker effect. That's kind of where I'm at, if you want me to be honest. I need to be afraid of whatever I jump into, and I haven't felt that in a long while, and I'm hoping this does it. I mean, here you can see, you know, again, quick release steering wheel, that'll pop on there. You know, again, we have stuff we have to get done. That needs to get done. I'm going to throw a hydraulic inline handbrake in. I think I'm going to still keep the mechanical because we do require to have a parking brake. But this will lock the rear hydraulically and not mechanically, so you can't have line stretch. Because this is just a cheapo inline I bought like a long time ago. I probably should get a nicer one. But for now, I might throw that in. But again, it's just, there's some things that I gotta finish. But for the most part, once this car is certified, I could go run it. And to be realistic, honestly, I could probably take this car right now and go get it certified for like SCCA or things like that. Absolutely, go get it done. But for American Rally Association, for the FIA approval, I have to have everything from a horn to make sure all the lights externally work, blinkers, windshield wiper. I get to have all of that. So there's just some things like this. There's a button on here. That horn doesn't work. It doesn't have to be in the center of the steering wheel, though. I could have a button over here that operates the horn, and that's completely legal. So that's what we're going to do. The headlight switch, for instance, used to be mounted right here. Obviously, it's not there anymore. I believe that's the plug-in for it. So we might just take that, splice over, come over here, have a toggle switch, boom, headlights are on. I don't need parking lights and headlights separate. I need them to turn on. That's where we're at. So if that can turn on, then I can reach over and whatever the brights are, if this is the bright switch or whatever. If it works, great. If I need another toggle switch, great, because I'm going to put rally lights on it anyways, and we're going to have that excessive feel. Let me jump out of here. Alright, so here's how she looks right now. You can see there used to be a body kit on it, but for stage rally, has to be stock body, has to be within so many millimeters of the original width, so that all got taken off prior to me getting it. But you can see, I mean, we got a nice little car here. And again, this has exceeded my expectation when it showed up. You can see it's got upgraded rear suspension, it's got upgraded wheels and tires. You know, these are all going to be super soft, little grippy boys back here. I need to look these tires and wheels up. I need to get spares. That's one thing we need for racing in general. So, but you can see it's a good looking little car. I'm trying to do this all in like real time, so you guys know that there ain't no cutting, there ain't no nothing. So yeah, you know, there's panel gap issues and stuff, but again, it's a race car. That's going to happen. It is not a show car. You have to have that realistic expectation. Oh, I'm gonna crash the thing into a tree, into a jump, into a whatever. You know, there's things like little dents here. The body has to be in relatively good condition. They want it to look like a stock car. I mean, that's part of a stage rally. So yeah. So I hope this answers some questions on why we haven't been posting much lately. New toy, new race car, who dis? So we're going to, they got a GoPro mount up there. It's on there pretty good too. So I'm going to get this finished up. I'm going to do these little small touches. We're going to get it certified. I'm trying to reach out right now to see if the ARA certification for the cage and stuff like that can be done now, even though the car isn't necessarily finished. So we can get that certification done, because again, that is the key for me to be able to race this wherever I want. So got to get it done. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I can't answer a ton of technical questions on this yet, because I just got this dropped off. I didn't build the cage. I didn't done the work that's been done so far. I have to go through and comb through and figure it all out, because I'm the kind of person that wants spares of everything. I want a spare front suspension, a spare rear suspension set. I want spares of all of that before we go racing. So I have to comb through this and figure it out too. So I might, you know, it might be worth asking questions, because I'm going to be combing through it. So get out there, build cool things. If you have questions, feel free to ask, and have a good day.